degrees today, easily. Barbara's prediction, 22. Very bold, but you never know. She might get there. Weatherman didn't stand a chance. It is Tuesday, September the 8th, and...
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. You know the numbers, you really, really do. Now check this out, because believe me, you've heard this.
Hello, this is Jay Gavin, and you're listening to my new song, Blood on the Radio, from Rosewood Studios, Artist in Isolation, Vol 2 on Galaxy 107 FM. Kia ora.
Now, I'm just going to cut in there for a minute because I was actually going to play the song and then introduce you to the man himself, Jay Gavin. And everybody that's joining us this morning on Facebook Live, got to welcome you back. It is an absolute pleasure to have you with us. It really, really is. Now, don't forget, if you're going to be watching this a little later on YouTube, don't forget, hit the sub, hit the thumb, hit the bell. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, but in the meantime, I've got to say this. Jay Gavin, absolutely love the stinger, but a little bit of kia ora. Kia ora katoa, my friend. Tell me, there's a connection there. How do you know that?
The kia ora?
Yes.
So, it's super funny, actually. In the 90s, I lived in a trailer park. It was called Kia ora Trailer Park. And I just looked into what it meant then. So I knew what it meant then, or whatever.
Okay. Well, that's actually fascinating because, believe me, when we heard it here, and believe me, my engineer that does the production and everything in the other room, he came running in and he goes, Grant, you've got to hear this. This guy knows New Zealand. And so...
I was like, I get to use my only New Zealand word I know. So I lived in the trailer. You must have heard of Whistler before?
Yep, we know where Whistler
outside of Whistler, there's Pemberton, BC. I lived there for a long time. I lived in a trailer park there.
Okay.
It was, Kia ora Court.
Okay, well, you know, good use of that. I've got to be honest with you. So, in return, kia ora katoa, it is nice to have you aboard. Now, we're about to play Blood on the Radio. Now, I've got to be honest with you, Jay Gavin, absolutely love the name of Blood on the Radio, and I'm going to ask you about that very, very shortly. Also, at the same time, while we have a chance, let's give a big shout out, of course, to Sunny Racer out of Rosewood Studios, and also Marcy. Marcy, absolutely brilliant job. You do so well. Having said that, I have the encyclopedia on Jay Gavin.
It's pretty short.
It kind of is. We need to extend that a little bit, but hailing from the east coast of Canada, Jay Gavin's music stepped in songs of his Irish, Scottish heritage. Forebears, I'm glad you didn't say forefathers. I'd be kind of worried about you right now. You know, that's genetically impossible, really. With influences like Hank Williams, Waylon Jennings, who we just played minutes ago, and John Prime. Jay's got a rock and roll injection from thrash bands like Slayer. Yeah, good choice, actually. And musical career taken from him playing with Vancouver-based skate punk band. What, were you all on skates?
Yeah, we skated around a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't skate too hard, but I rolled around and hurt myself a bunch.
Span is the thrash legend, speed dealer in Grass City. Now, I'm also going to talk to you about the tired or retired Sunday choir and Boat on a Whale, because I'm very interested in that. But first of all, right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and the first artist to be interviewed, no, we'll check that actually, because we did talk to Chris Andreas about it a couple of weeks ago, haven't we? So, but first, official artist, straight off the album, Volume 2, Artist in Isolation. You know how to go and do it. Yes, go to Bandcamp and or Spotify or iTunes. You can find it there. Type in Artist in Isolation, Volume 2, and believe me, you can't go wrong. Here is Blood on the Radio with Jay Gavin. So, how are you feeling? You might need a stiff drink by the end of this. I see you having a go at that boot polish.
I got it. I've been into the beer already.
Nice. I tell you what, later on today, here's something. This here.
What's that? Oh, look at that.
Now,
I can't read it. Does it say something?
well, it does on the back, actually.
2 grants from MLB.
Well, actually, it's Michelle
Yeah,
Michelle Lee. Now, over the weekend, she just picked up her 10th Josie Award.
I've seen that on the page.
Yeah. Well, she's actually going to come in and join us. That's why we're doing this. She's Galaxy's Queen of Country Rock, literally. She's been there for about 3-4 years now, and we've formed a very big relationship. But she sent me this the other day. Through customs. She was worried that it might not get through customs. You know, customs, no worries. You know what I mean? So we're going to have a drink with her. It's straight out of the Appalachians, by the way. Going to have a drink with her about lunchtime today to celebrate her 10th award. You know, so you never know. We might send you a copy of that. But we'll give you a copy of this too. And backstage photos that nobody else usually sees anyway, but you'll get some of those. So you'll be able to put them on your phone, show your friends, you know, Kiwis. I learnt Kiora, don't do it, it's not healthy.
Barbara.
They respond.
Barbara Beaton's online.
Barbara! Hey, nice to have you back, my friend. And wonder, how did the elections go? Just wondering, you know, did you win? Thanks for joining us, Barbara. Love Barbara Beaton. She comes out of Sydney, not Australia. Sydney, up in Nova Scotia.
Oh, Sydney. Oh, yeah. That's close to where I grew up.
Nice. So let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 25 after 10 o'clock. It is 18 degrees downtown, heading back up again. Believe me, 20 degrees. You're in. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, subscribe, thumb, bell, you know, good on you. Joined today, of course, coming out of British Columbia. Is it Chilliwack, British Columbia, Joe?
New Westminster.
Okay.
Just outside of Vancouver.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure about that, but it is British Columbia anyway, so, you know, we'll lump you all into one big, you know, group.
It's what we do to you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're small enough to be lumped into a group,
Oh.
you know what I mean? At least we're not Australia.
We get lumped in there sometimes too, I think.
Yeah, vicariously we do, actually. But, you know, we can't hold that against everybody. We really, really can't. Just glad we're not Australian. Anyway, let's move on. Blood on the Radio. Now, I've got to ask you, my friend, this is off the album, and brilliant album as well, Artist in Isolation, Volume 2. Where did the name of this come from?
I was at just a band practice one night, and one of the guys I was jamming with said something like that. And I was like, did you just say blood on the radio? And it wasn't exactly that he said, and he was talking about something else, but it just always stuck me. Like right at that second, I was like, let's write that song right now. We didn't, but that name stayed with me for a while. Last year I had some time, so I just did it.
You know, I absolutely love it. Now, it's got a bit of an Irish, a bit of Scottish feel to it. A bit of way back in the day, let's go down to the pub and have a few and enjoy some good music. It's got that feel to it. Now, where did that inspiration come from?
Well, I grew up in the East Coast, and it's very Celtic back there, but it didn't really even come from that. It just came from that name of the title of the song was first, and it was like, what is it going to be about? And I just wanted to have, it's not really about the end of the world at all, but it's about a possible big storm that's going to happen, and I just wanted it to feel like we're going to march through it no matter what, although it's probably the end. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, I really wanted to do a chanty drinking Irish song. It felt like that was the one. I'm really happy how it turned out.
Well, I got to be honest with you, in 64 countries, 95 cities around the world right now hooked in listening to what we're saying. And believe me, my friend, this is a song, and I usually don't get any information about the music, and through the processes, but knowing that it's come from Rosewood Studios, even then I still got no information. I just got a USB device kind of thing that I Bluetooth onto my stereo in my car, and there I'd have a listen to it, decide whether I'm going to do an interview or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this was the first song off the album that I actually heard, was Jay Gavin's Blood on the Radio. And straight away, vicariously, I was actually heading to the pub.
Nice.
And so I took this in, Bluetoothed it onto the stereo in the pub, and,
What?
you know...
No way.
Yeah, it's a big hit.
That's awesome.
It really, really happened. It really did. Normally, you see, I go out driving because through the process of whether we do the interviews or not, it usually comes down to me, and I go driving simply because nobody else can influence me on whether or not I want to do the interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives me time, and believe me, I've got a kick-ass stereo in my car. It gives me time to, as an engineer, break it down, have a listen. I get no information, just the music alone, and whether I want to make a decision on that. The other reason,
I
Jay...
really appreciate that process, to tell you the truth. Coming from an artist, I totally appreciate that process, and not just how it is most of the time, I assume, you know what I mean? Like, you're playing this.
No, believe me, we are playing you. We're killing it. We really are. And we're getting so many requests for you. I mean, literally... a lot of our breakfast show is based on how many requests we get. And, well, you're up around the 1800s right now, so believe me, there's a lot of people out there taking a lot of notice, especially in the absolute stunning compilation album, Artist in Isolation Volume 2, that you can get Spotify, iTunes, and on Bandcamp. Type it in. Give it a go. Go and make a purchase. You can't go wrong. 100% of the monies raised doesn't come to us. We don't get a cent. Doesn't go to Rosewood Studios either. It goes 100% to the artist, and that's why we got behind it. It really, really is. And believe me, countries around the world are taking notice of this. They really, really are, Jay. We absolutely love it. Now, Jay Gavin, how do we, as a fan, get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Jay, do you respond?
On Facebook, for sure, and my website, for sure. Twitter and Instagram, I don't think I have a Twitter account. I have no idea how that works. I might try to learn someday. Instagram, I have like 4 or 5 accounts because I keep opening accounts and forgetting my password. So there's a whole bunch of accounts with different pictures of me, but I probably wouldn't respond on Instagram because I don't know how to use it at all. Facebook, 100% right away. If I'm on my phone, I'll respond to anybody. I would love to respond to people all day long.
You shouldn't have said that, Jay. Now you're going to get 5,000 Facebook fans giving you the big kexes. You're going to be busy forever now. I'm sorry. You might need to...
shit in my basement.
Well, you know, you might have to employ somebody to answer all your mail now.
As long as they work for cheap or free.
Yeah. Work for peanuts and beer.
I can afford that.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll be there soon. 28 away from 11 o'clock, and we're talking to Jay Gavin. Now, Jay, it has been an absolute pleasure for the first time meeting you, and absolutely love that. Now, just going to ask you very, very quickly, would you consider coming back again for a longer interview this time, talking about your music, your album, your history?
100%, anytime.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, I'll get Barbara to work on that and get you to submit some, what you think is the cream of the crop. Give that to Barbara. She'll make sure that everything in process is taken care of. We would love to do a full interview with you, usually about an hour, and yes, you may need some alcohol.
Cheers. My wife manages 5 liquor stores. She's a general manager for 5 liquor stores, so I have way too much alcohol here all the time.
Well,
I need some drinking occasions.
I tell you what, if you just want to put a bow around a pellet and send it my way, I will take care of the duty anytime.
All right, if you pay the shipping.
Yeah, well, maybe not the shipping, but I'll take care of the duty. Lots of stamps.
Let's just meet in the middle and we'll drink them all.
Yeah, there's a good idea. We'll meet at the equator.
Yeah, perfect.
I like that. I really, really do. Yeah, go and spend some time with, what's his name? King Neptune. That's the guy with the fork. Yeah, I've actually done that once before, actually on a cruise where we went over the equator, over the date line, and Neptune came aboard and blessed us all.
Sonny's tuned in.
Sonny's tuned in.
Yep.
Nice to have you aboard, Sonny. Jay Gavin is with us right now, and yes, we're promoting, of course, the new album that was released on September the 1st, all around the world. Yes, we're talking about Artist in Isolation Volume 2, and one of the superstars that are appearing on that album right now, we've got here is Jay Gavin. Jay Gavin, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you. Looking forward to doing a full interview with you in the very near future.
100%, man, me too.
Nice. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Good morning.